Welcome to the NFL All-You-Can-Eat Lazy Boy video to go with this week's picks. You can see I'm in my nice, comfortable Lazy Boy, provided these props for us. Props to them for being great sponsors for us all year. I'm not sure why they'd want to be sponsors of these picks, though. JJ Adams and Mike Raptis are not here this week. No Greek versus Geek. They're off for the holidays, maybe together. JJ playing Bad Santa, Mike playing the Elf. So I'll give you a rundown of some of their picks, but I'm just giving you a warning. They're not that good. You might want to pick the opposite. First of all, game of the week. JJ's game of the week, Jacksonville at San Francisco. Well, let's see. San Francisco, a little bit rejuvenated with Jimmy Garoppolo at quarterback. Jacksonville, one of the stories of the season. San Francisco's going nowhere. Jacksonville's already clinched. That's your game of the week, JJ? Really? And they both picked the Jags. So how is that news to you guys? You probably could have done that on your own. They both like the Jaguars in this game, and yes, it's going to be interesting to see what Garoppolo can do, but honestly, did we need you to tell, or us to tell you that? We didn't need them to tell us that, that's for sure. The Greeks' game of the week is the Rams at Tennessee. Again, Tennessee fighting for their playoff lives. We saw the Rams last week, what they did to Seattle. I think everyone on the Rams train, and no surprise, they both picked the Rams. No edge here. This is what I mean. These guys aren't very good at these picks. Saturday's games, not a lot to choose from here. Indy at Baltimore. Normally, I love Saturday football in December. Gives me an excuse to get away from shopping. I might just go shopping this year because it'll be better than watching Indy at Baltimore. Man, that's an awful, awful game. They both picked the Ravens, of course. Mike is a huge homer for the Ravens. Minnesota at Green Bay, that would have been good, but Brett Hundley, really? I don't know. Minnesota's clinched there in the playoffs. They've clinched the NFC North, and the Packers shut down Aaron Rodgers after a week. The only intrigue to that game is it's at Lambeau in Green Bay in Wisconsin, so you might see those rather large Packer fans trying to fit a Santa hat over a cheese head. That'll be the only entertainment value from that game. Sunday, there are a few good games, and of course, our boys miss them, of course. You get to see Cleveland at Chicago. Now, you may be listening to me and going, Chappie, that's not a good game. Yes, it is, because we want the Browns to go 0-16. There's a fan in Cleveland who got the city to give him a permit to hold a parade if this team goes 0-16. It's one of the few things left this season that we can root for. As JJ has pointed out in his picks this week, Hugh Jackson last year won one game with Cleveland, and that came on Christmas Eve, so be a little beware there. But Cleveland at Chicago, we're all pulling for the Bears in that one. Now, the real game of the week, Atlanta at New Orleans. This game means something. Two teams jockeying not only for a division title, but jockeying to go somewhere in the NFC playoffs. This one is in New Orleans. A couple of weeks ago, these teams met. The Falcons won in a close game. There was some heat between the Falcons players and Coach Sean Payton. These guys both picked the Saints. Honestly, why we have two guys picking, I don't know, because they follow each other around everywhere. Just awful. I'm not even going to get into what JJ says about the Bengals because, you know, no one cares about the Bengals except me. The other game that's still intriguing, I know Seattle is all but out of the playoffs, but Seattle at Dallas. Cowboys shown a little bit of life, come back. They still have a shot at the playoffs. That's a game you should keep your eye on. Both these guys are picking the Cowboys. They're both wrong, as usual. I say pick the Seahawks. This is still a proud team with some still star players. Russell Wilson, I'm expecting a big bounce-back game for the Seahawks just because they're desperate. And Christmas. There are two games in Christmas. We'll go with Oakland at Philadelphia first. That's a rematch of Super Bowl in 1979 for you old guys out there. Both of these guys, again, picking the same team, picking the Eagles. Why they pick against each other, again, I'm still not sure. I'm going to have to fire them both. But the other game, it's a terrible game, but it's Pittsburgh at Houston. So Santa, please, I'm asking for one thing this Christmas. Please destroy every ligament in Ben Roethlisberger's body. Please destroy this man physically. And let's hope that the cheating, dirty, stinking Steelers that I'm just absolutely sick of implode upon themselves. That's all I ask for Christmas. I don't want anything else. I just want to see the Steelers collapse. So that's it for our picks this week. Thank you for listening this year. I hope you get what you want for Christmas, unless you're a Steelers fan, in which case all I want for you is misery and a lump of coal. You can get great furniture at Lazy Boy, though. Thank you for sponsoring this. You might not want to after this performance, but please go visit Lazy Boy. They got some great deals on right now. You can get a coupon if you pick up the Province on Thursday. Gives you $100 off everything that they have there. 4 locations: North Shore, Maple Ridge, Langley, and Coquitlam on United Way. Check them out. They've been great sponsors this year, and have a Merry Christmas, everyone, and a Happy New Year.